Hello students, today we are here to read The Ballpoint, written by John Berryman. John Berryman was an American poet and scholar. He is best known for the Dream Songs, which was a sequence of 385 poems. He won Pulitzer Prize for the Dream Songs. He also won National Book Award. So let us start the poem. A boy loses a ball. He is very upset. A ball doesn't cost much, nor is it difficult to buy another ball. Why then is the boy so upset? Read the poem to see what the poet thinks has been lost and what the boy has to learn from the experience of losing something. So here we can see the poet John Berryman, through his poem, The Ball Poem, has described the reality of life which everyone has to face one day. That means losing something. He has touched the topic of how to stand up against the miseries and sorrows of life. So in this poem, the poet is just talking about a little boy who has lost his ball. He was playing with his ball and how he lost it. No doubt a ball doesn't cost much and it is also not difficult to buy another ball. But why then the boy is so upset? We will read about it and we will also learn that which uh, lesson of life we are getting after reading this poem. So let's move to the poem. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. Merrily means happily and bouncing means jumping up and down. So here the poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball. He wants to know about him. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? That means he wants to know about him and his reaction because he has lost his ball. Further, what is he to do? Further, he asks to himself that he means the poet asks to himself that what this boy will do after losing his ball. I saw it go. That means the poet has seen the ball going away from the boy, merrily, happily, bouncing up. That means jumping up and down the street. That means in the street. So he says that the ball was happily jumping up and down in the street. This means that when the ball skipped from boy's hand, it went into the street and later on there it is in the water and later on it fell into the nearby river or any water resource. Right? Then here we come to know which poetic device has been used here. What? That means repetition. Right? Second one is their imagery. That means when the poet says that merrily bouncing down the street, it means it is an imagery poetic device which is used here and describing how the ball was happily bouncing, that means jumping up and down. Okay, now move to the next. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him a dime. Another ball is worthless. Now he senses his first responsibility. Okay, so no use to say, oh, there are other balls. Now, the poet says that there is no benefit, there is no use to say, or to of no benefit of consoling the boy by saying that he will get another ball, because he has other balls too. There are other balls which the boy was carrying, but there is no benefit of consoling the boy by saying this. He says so because the boy is feeling very sad. He is completely surrounded by sorrow, an ultimate shaking grief. That means sadness which greatly affects the boy. So here we can say shaking grief. It means we can say he is trembling. Shaking means trembling with a deep sense of sorrow, and keeps just we can say staring down the way the ball has gone, where the ball has gone. So we can say he is completely surrounded by sorrow. He is sad because all the memories of the childhood, all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. That means we can say all the memories of the childhood days went down the harbor. Harbor means port, with the ball. So we can say he is reminded of all the days of the past when he used to play with the ball, and now that means we can say the ball becomes symbolic of the childhood days of the boy. Or we can say it is also symbolic of the loss of the childhood innocence of the boy that leaves him, we can say, mature. Okay, so now nothing can console him. I would not intrude on him. So what the poet just want to say, that intrude means to enter a situation where one is not welcome. That means he doesn't want to interfere him. This loss is unbearable for the boy and he is grief stricken. That's why the poet says that he can't even tell the boy to take some money from him in order to buy another ball, or he can't say that the new ball will not, because he knew this thing, that this new ball will not bring the sense of belonging to the boy, right? That's why he doesn't want to interfere, he doesn't want to just we can say console him, because he knows that the boy is so grief stricken that nothing can console him. The poet knew this thing, that this ball, or even the boy also knew this thing, that this ball doesn't cost much, a dime. Dime means 10 cents are only enough to buy another ball. That means a dime is worthless. That means to buy another ball is worthless, is useless. So that's why he doesn't want to interfere with the emotions of the young boy by consoling him with saying that the ball was not worth much and that he will just buy him another ball. So that dime is currency of US. Okay, 10 cents. So that is useless, and now he senses first responsibility. But the poet believes that this loss of the ball teaches the boy a lesson. That means teaches a lesson to the young boy about how to take care of one's possessions in this materialistic world. In a world of possessions, that means in this materialistic world. Materialistic world means when we are so just in the habit of possessing more and more. That means we can say the boy realizes for the first time, first responsibility means realizes for the first time in his life as to how one feels on losing one's possessions, one's belongings, and how one has to be more cautious in keeping the things safe. That means we can say this loss of the ball is a lesson for the boy. And in the world of possessions means that is the materialistic world, the realities of the materialistic world where people gather things and get attached to them. So people will take balls balls will be lost always. That means these balls are symbolic. These balls are used here as a metaphor, or we can metaphor for the things. That means these balls are used just as a symbol, or we can say metaphor for the materialistic possessions of a person. Okay, so these are used as the things. Okay, so that is a metaphor, extended metaphor. We can say that ball has been used as a metaphor for the materialistic possessions of a person. That's why the loss of which is a painful experience. Now people will take balls, that means they possess the things, and these things will be lost always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. So here the poet says that the boy has to learn that in this materialistic world many of his belongings will be lost. So he personifies the ball as his belongings, be it the worldly things or even the relationships he is in possession of. So he says that he has to learn to live without them no matter what the situation is. He says no one can buy back such things for him because money is external. External means the things with which feelings are not attached. So money is external. It cannot buy the same thing back. That means according to him, money cannot buy you everything. If it does buy you some materialistic things, still it will not be able to buy the sense of belongingness. That's why he is saying that the boy is learning how to stand up against the sense of lost things. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes, that means hopeless eyes. When he has lost something, he is learning something also. If he has lost anything, that means he is learning how to cope up with those loss, how to stand up against the sense of lost things. This means that the boy is trying to learn the real truth of life, which states that you have to accept the miseries of life and stand up again. That means moving on is the life. The epistemology, that means understanding the nature of loss. How to stand up knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. So, this is the truth which everyone has to learn in his or her life, the harsh truth of standing up against the odd, or we can say against the adversities of life that everyone has to bear. So, we can say that is the understanding the nature of loss. Okay, so the boy is learning these lessons of life when he is losing his ball. Okay, here I want to tell you one more thing. Desperate, the young boy is having his first experience of loss. He had never tasted the pain of loss earlier. That's why his eyes are desperate. That means they are showing helplessness. He is desperate to have his ball back, but he is now getting the lesson that this is not possible, right? So, this poem just conveys a message that one must not be emotionally attached to the materialistic things. A loss must not leave a person sorrow stricken. One must know how to bear the loss bravely and move on. That means moving on in the life is a must to just we can say to survive in this world. Okay, now some questions are given here. We will just discuss them. Why does the poet one more thing I just want to tell you, in the last stanza one poetic device is there. Balls will be lost. That means balls is again repetition is there, And alliteration is also there when he's saying that he buys uh, a ball back. That is alliteration. And just note this thing that there is no rhyme scheme in the poem, that is written in free verse, we can say. Okay, so let's move to the point, the questions. Now we will just discuss the questions. First one is, why does the poet say, I would not intrude on him? Why doesn't he offer him money to buy another ball? The poet doesn't want to intrude so that the boy can get a chance to learn the real truth of life. That means he has to learn to accept the loss. And the loss here means the most important thing, or we can say the relationship. Next one is, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. Do you think the boy has had the ball for a long time? Yes, we can say that the boy had the ball for a very long time. Is it linked to the memories of days when he played with it? The line itself describes this thing, that how the boy recalls those days when he used to play with the ball. The ball was surely linked to some sweet memories of his playing with the ball. That's why we can say he was so attached with that ball, and that's why he was very upset after losing that. What does in the world of possessions mean? In the world of possessions means that the world is full of materialistic things. Materialistic things are those things which bring comfort and luxury in our life. Next question is, do you think the boy has lost anything earlier? Pick out the words that suggest the answer. The line in the poem, now he senses his first responsibility, help us to know that the boy has not lost anything before. What does the poet say? The boy is learning from the loss of the ball. Try to explain this in your own words. Here the poet means that the boy will learn the real truth of life. He will learn how to move on in life despite of having so many heavy losses. Everyone experiences this in his or her life when they lose either something or someone. This harsh reality that lost things never come back make people strong enough to live their life by accepting this harsh truth of life, or we can say bitter truth of life. Okay, so that is there. Have you ever lost something you liked very much? Write a paragraph describing how you felt then and saying whether and how you got over your loss. This question is for self attempt, so you will just do it yourself. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Have a good day.